myopusradio.
Right, kicking off our 2 of Vivek vs. Vivek on myopusradio.com. I'm going to kick it off slightly easy. You know, we're playing online on Taboo after all. I don't want you guys putting your hair out in your offices or your houses or whatever. You might get fired. And in this time and place, you know, considering the slowdown, you don't really want to lose your job because you're playing a game while you're supposed to be working. Although it's for my benefit. Thank you so much. I know what you're putting on the line for me. So, easy one for you. Easy one, really easy one. What is the name of the place that I would go to eat a Zinger burger? Interesting, isn't it? Yes. So there are 3 words there. I just want the first word. I just want the first word of the name of the place that I would go to and eat a Zinger burger. Now that's really easy. I think even my sisters would get it. And considering they're women, that's saying a lot. So, solve that one. Listen to a couple of songs and stay tuned for more difficult clues. Okay, so the answer to that one was Kentucky. I'm not even going to dignify that with an explanation. So now is the flip side. You had an easy clue, now you get a little more difficult. So, let me give you a clue. This is a film that features one of the top 20 villains in cinema history of all time. And the quirkiest fact about this villain is that you never see him. Isn't that interesting now? Yes, this was actually the inspiration for Steven Spielberg's Jaws, where you did see the villain, this big, massive shark. If you didn't see him, a bloody myopic bastard. But in this film, you didn't see it. So which film was it? And just to make things a little more spicy, I'm going to ask you that if you can't figure out the answer, then go to the download section on myopusradio.com, and you will see that there is a particular section on the downloads which has a play. Right? A play. Now, what is the name of that play, and what would its acronym be? Same answer, people. The acronym of the name of the play in the download section on myopusradio.com, and the film, which ranked one of the best villains in film history, but the villain was never seen. Ooh. Spicy meatball. Enjoy. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've perused the download section on myopusradio.com. You'll see a couple of interviews with Blackjack Jig, who's a DJ from Chennai. You will also see an interview with Gully's Gurus, one of Bangalore's premier youth rock bands, and you will see an interview with a theatre troupe called Butter and Mashed Bananas, which, if you acronymize, I don't know if that's a word, I just made it up, if you acronymize, becomes Bambi. Yes, Bambi is the name of the film. I think Man was the villain in that movie. You never saw him, you only heard him. The bastards who killed Bambi's mother and left him to, grow up alone with his stuck-up father. And he's, I think, number 20 on the worst villains of all time. And that, incidentally, inspired Steven Spielberg to actually create that musical motif for Jaws. Before you actually saw Jaws, you heard and you knew that he was going to come. Like, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, okay, so Bambi was the name of that film. And we're back again. I hope you enjoyed yourself listening to the interviews with Butter and Mashed Banana. They're a crack troupe. Vinod, Ravindran, Gulshan, Devya, Ajay Krishnan, and of course, yours truly. Right, so now I'm going to do what I call a rapid fire. A rapid fire, which is like 3 words, all coming your way fast and loose. And I'll give you a common clue in the beginning. They all start with the letter S. Okay? S, they do. S, they do start with the letter S. S. Okay, I'll stop now. Okay, so, first thing. First clue, starting with the letter S, is what you make when you're a child in England in December. Okay, with carrots, coal, and a hat. Yeah, that's your first clue. The second clue is what follows you all the time and adjusts its angle according to where the source of illumination is. And the third clue is what you put your legs into if you're a Western sort of singer type person and it's on a... what do you call it? A creature with 4 legs and knees. Yeah? So what do you put your legs into? Okay, so there's 3 clues. First one is what you make as a child in England in December. The second one is what follows you and changes its angle according to where the source of illumination is. And the third one is what you put your legs into when you get on a creature that neighs. Okay, all beginning with S. 3 words. Put your thinking caps on. Alright, back again after that rapid fire. I hope you're wiping the sweat off your brows. I know, it must be very hectic, I know, yeah. So what do you build when you're a child in England in December? You build a snowman with carrot skull and a hat. And what follows you in a just its angle according to the source of illumination would be a shadow. And what do you put your legs into when you're getting on a creature with 4 legs and that neighs? That would be a horse. You put your legs into stirrups. Yes, they call me Vivek the Dick, short for dictionary. Thank you. Oh, self-deprecation is my best talent. Okay, so moving on now. A little bit difficult, a little more sort of abstract. You need to open your horizons, or rather, open your mind, open your fly if that's what makes you tick. And, okay, let's go. So, this is what is actually... You need to think of this word, okay? I'm going to give you a prep before this. You need to think of this word, and then you need to split it up into its components, which will be one letter and another word, okay? So the word that you need to think of means roof, okay? So you need to think of a synonym for roof, right? Let me give you a clue. The chandelier hangs off the dash, okay? So that's the word you need to think of. Now split that into 2 parts. The first part will be just a single letter, and the second part will be something that the second part is what you use to worship if you worship Lord Shiva, right? So you worship his what? It's called a Shiva dash. So that's the second part, and the first part will be just a letter. Now you need to put this letter and this second part of the word together again, but in a slightly different form to get a word that means, oh my god, it's really stuffy, I don't want to hug you, you are dashing me too tight. Okay, so yeah, there's a whole lot of clues for you to swallow there. All the best.
Myopusradio.